You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, woo, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Woo!
You are watching the leaders in full immersion gaming, and this is the pregame show only on the NBL Network.
Welcome one and all to another edition of the NBL Live pregame show, and that's brought to you each and every week by our graphic sponsor, Web3KS.com. They do our overlay you see here on NBL Live, a ton of other graphics for us, and they're super affordable. So if you or anyone you know needs graphics done for an affordable price, head over to Web3KS.com. They're the leaders in affordable graphic design. Thanks for hanging out with us, folks. I'm OSU. I'm hanging out with my man, Sonny Weaver, taking you up to this Week 10 matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears NFC North battle here on NBL Live. Now, before we get to the game, let's take a look at what's going on around the league, starting with Nate Silver put out his power rankings, Sonny. And, well, two familiar teams sitting right there at the top. It's the Detroit Lions at 7-1, the Redskins at 6-1-1, getting some love up there. Your Cincinnati Bengals at number 3 at 7-2. We got a bunch of teams sitting there at 7-2. The Los Angeles Rams and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Closing out Steelers, Cowboys, Dolphins, Chiefs, and Bills. I want to look on the backside of that NBL power ranking, Sonny. You got the Dolphins at 6-2, the Chiefs at 5-3, and the Bills at 5-3. Which one of those three teams do you think has the best chance of making their way into the top 5?
Yeah, me and you were talking here a little bit before we got on the air tonight. Well, a lot of bit after, getting a little bit delayed there. But anyways, I think those Dolphins are really underrated. I got to play them earlier this year. Defense is really good. Carlos Dunlap still having a great year this year down in Miami. And I think that Dolphins team should take that East. And it's going to be a real threat in the playoffs to make some damage.
Let's take a look at the other side. It's the NBL no power rankings, the bottom 5, and at the bottom, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 32, Patriots at 31, and then Colts, 49ers, and Chargers. Let's throw the Chargers out of there at 2-6. Let's look at those full one-loss teams: 49ers, Colts, Patriots, and Bucks. Is there a team in those four that you think is playing better than their record states, or are all four of them just sort of doomed in that one loss or that one win category?
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they are what their record says they are. Is that Denny Green maybe that said that?
Exactly who they thought they were. We let them off the hook.
Someone said they are or what their record is, and that's what these guys are right now. They're all one-win teams, and they've all got their own flaws that make them one-win teams. And I'm not sure any of those will be changing anytime soon.
Yeah, we'll see if any one of those teams can fight their way back. It's still about a halfway point in the season, so playoffs may be out of the question, but still fighting for pride. Now, if you missed our NBL Live broadcast number 107, you missed a great game. It was the Jaguars and the Cowboys, a battle of one-loss teams. The Jaguars able to come out with the win at home, 17-12. Sonny Taylor Tercero, he played phenomenally, 13-19 for 193 yards. Threw an interception, didn't throw a touchdown, but was very composed, led the team down the field. This was a game that looked like it was going to be out of reach. The Jaguars seemed to be composed and ready to win this game. The Cowboys made it interesting at the end, but the Jaguars came out on top to stay with only one loss. How good is this Jaguars team moving forward?
The Jaguars are a tough team. They did fall to the Bengals this week. Going to go ahead and point that one out there for you. But with 2 losses, they are
always
in the driver's
humble,
seat.
Sonny Weaver.
Hey, gotta stay humble. A1 day one. Anyways, they are poised to win that AFC South. I think they're going to get some pressure late. The Tennessee Titans are definitely in the hunt. The Texans are still lurking. But I think this Jags team is going to be poised to try to get that bye heading into the playoffs.
Yeah, we'll see how good these Jacksonville Jaguars and that AFC South continue to be. Now, we got a great game coming up this week. It is Week 10. It's the Lions and the Bears battle in the NFC North. Again, folks, if you missed our game the other day with the Lions, we mentioned the Lions have yet to lose a division game this entire cycle. They are undefeated. Bears looking to hand them their first loss this cycle. And when it comes to the Detroit Lions, Sonny, it's Matt Stafford. It's all about the Matt Stafford show. He is completing 72% of his passes, over 2,500 yards already on the year, and 107.8 QB rating, 18 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. And also, if you look at how we got the camera set up, it looks like Matt Stafford is throwing me, not a football, which is kind of fun. What makes Matt Stafford so good? I mean, he's got some great wide receivers around him, but it seems like no matter what wide receivers you put with Matt Stafford, he's going to be successful.
And really what it comes down to with Matt Stafford isn't as much his arm as his vision. It's the pre-play ability to dissect the defense, figure out what's going on, and really know where the ball needs to head before the ball is ever snapped. Now, he does have a cannon. That is not in doubt. But like I said, trying to confuse him pre-play, that's one of the many things people try to do, Matthew Stafford, but they just can't accomplish.
On the flip side, somebody who's going to be trying to stop this potent Detroit Lions passing attack, it's Kyle Fuller, the cornerback for Chicago. 2 picks on the year, 4 passes deflected, 39 tackles for a cornerback. This is the leader of their secondary, Sonny. What is Kyle Fuller and the Chicago secondary going to have to do to stop Matt Stafford?
Well, I think what they're going to have to do is get pressure. We've seen Stafford have some troubles. We saw it on NBL Live earlier this year. The Minnesota Vikings were able to get to Stafford late in that game. That second half, there was a lot of pressure on Stafford, and that's one of those things that actually allowed the Vikings to stay in that game. I think that's the same game plan the Bears are going to have to use. They're going to have to put their guys out on an island, bring the pressure, and try to force some turnovers.
All right, we're about ready to send it out for the game, but Sonny, we got to get your prediction before we head out there. Who do you like in this game? Are the Detroit Lions going to continue their dominance of the NFC North and stay undefeated this entire cycle, or the Chicago Bears going to play Cinderella and get that first division win against the Kings of the NFC North?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say the Lions go ahead and get this victory 24-10. I don't think the Chicago Bears offense can actually score on the defense. While Matthew Stafford gets all the headlines, this Detroit Lions defense isn't too bad itself.
Yeah, we'll see if the Bears can play spoiler, but we're ready to send it out to Detroit. Coming up next, it's an NFC North battle, Week 10 action here in the NBL. It's the Lions and the Bears, and it's coming up right now here on NBL Live.
My name is Rex Dixon.
Jake Stein.
Clint from EA Sports.
You're watching NBL.
You're watching the NBL Network. And you're watching the MBLN Network.
Empty backfield for Atkins. He's been dropping back to pass here on 4th down. He's looking deep over the middle. He has a man. It's Brandon Cooks. Who catches it, makes a man miss.
Oh, that's
Woodard is
touchdown.
dropping back. He's got open over the middle. It's
Wow. That big playmaker
Look at
ability as
him
he
go.
finds him again.
Into the end zone. Another touchdown. Yeah, we got a great matchup, NFC North battle for you this week, folks. It's Week 10 action between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Thanks for hanging out with us, folks. I'm OSU. I'm hanging with my man, Sonny Weaver. Let's send it to our third member of our team today, our sideline reporter, Z-Star. The Chicago Bears have yet to beat the Detroit Lions this cycle. Nobody has in the NFC North. What were you hearing from the Bears locker room about their chances today, and how confident is this team going into a tough road game in Detroit?
Thanks, OSU. So, talking with these guys are jacked up. I mean, like you guys touched on in the pregame, no one's beating the Lions. So, they are ready, and they really want to do it in their house. It would mean the world to them. And Courtney Prather, a rookie quarterback, has these guys jumping on the sidelines. So, it'll be interesting. Let's see if they can get it done.
And how about on the flip side, Star, the Detroit Lions, playing a team they have beaten every game in this Madden cycle. Are they overlooking the Lions? Do you sense any overconfidence, or is it business as usual for the Lions?
Business as usual. They want to be aggressive. They know the Chicago Bears team isn't really equipped to win in a shootout. so they want to score early and often and keep the pressure on them.
And it's going to be the Chicago Bears starting off with the ball first, and the kickoff's going to go into the end zone. And we're going to try to see if they can take it back as he is up to just about the 20-yard line, getting drugged back there. He's going to be stopped at the 18-yard line. So losing 7 yards on that one. Sonny, these are the small play special teams. We've seen it play a big role in NBL Live. And giving up 7 yards on that one, it could come back to bite them.
Well, it's not the way you want to start a game, that you're already the underdog, and you've got to find a way in these games to find a hidden yardage, and special teams is really where you find a lot of that.
And now we get to see Courtney Prather, the rookie quarterback, come out and start for the Chicago Bears. He's going to come out under center, 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends over to the left side of that formation. 1st and 10 for the Bears. Lott coming in motion. And it's going to be Prather dropping back to pass. Quick drop. He's going to toss it out to the flat to Lott. It is complete. And he's going to get a couple there. Give him 5 yards on that one. Going to bring up a 2nd and 5.
And the motion play there helps free up the tight end, gets him out in the flat. Good motion there by the Chicago Bears.
And we'll see if the Bears can get anything going against this Detroit defense. Maybe a little bit overlooked because they do have the #1 passing attack in the NBL, but they're a top 12 defense. Much better against the run than they are the pass, but it's no defense to be shaking a stick at us. That's going to be a run play looking right up the middle. Only going to get a yard on that one, and it's going to bring up a big 3rd down. Chicago trying to keep momentum early in this game.
And you got to establish the running game early. If it's everything's going to be teeing off on the pass, Callaway and that pass rush of the Detroit Lions will get there.
Now 3rd and 4, and it looks like it's going to be a handoff trying to run and get it, and it's going nowhere. Baker can't get hit the hole hard enough. Nice pursuit there, and Chicago's going to go 3 and out. Sonny, it seems crazy to say it, but we've seen it too often with this Detroit Lions team, how good they are on offense. Does going 3 and out on this one essentially put Detroit in the driver's seat?
Well, I think you started with the ball and you had to get off to a fast start. I would have liked to see maybe a little bit more safer play there to try to get a shot here.
Yeah, that punt return is going to be taken up to the 31-yard line, and now this #1 passing attack, the #3 overall scoring offense in the NBL gets to come out and take a chance, try to go up early in this game. Again, folks, if you missed our pregame show, the Detroit Lions undefeated this Madden cycle inside the division. Chicago trying to hand the Lions their first loss here in Madden 17. We'll see if they get to do it. But the Lions defense came up strong on that last drive, forcing a 3 and out. Now we get to see Matt Stafford and this Lions offense come out and do work. He's going to come out in the shotgun with Bubba Dillon. 3 wide receivers out there. Matt Stafford dropping back to pass here on 1st down. He's going to toss this underneath to Bubba Dillon, who has the 1st down and more, up to the 48-yard line. Ho-hum, 17 yards for the Lions offense and another 1st down.
And Matthew Stafford actually had 2 choices there. The inside slot guy, I believe Ridgeway in the slot there, wide open coming across the field, and say he takes the check down underneath. Once again, Matthew Stafford just making all the right reads, all the right plays there at the line of scrimmage.
1st and 10 now for the Detroit Lions. It's going to be Matt Stafford coming out under center. 2 wide receivers over to the left, 1 over to the right. Stafford dropping back to pass again here on 1st and 10. Throws it out to Gilbert DeGear, who catches it. He has a 1st down up to the 36-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. And the Matt Stafford Express is rolling, 16 yards on that one. Gilbert DeGear, one of the many wide receivers that Matt Stafford has at his disposal.
And in that play, what you saw was Stafford try to thread the needle. It was a dangerous throw because the cornerback breaks on the ball, but he's got just enough arm strength to force that one in there.
1st and 10, Matt Stafford dropping back to pass. Looking deep over the middle, it's intercepted! There was no one there! And Floyd just took the easiest interception of his life. Our first Sonny Weaver splash play of the game, and sort of a shocking one. You don't see Matt Stafford making, frankly, bad throws like that too often.
Yeah, that was kind of strange. There were 2 defenders in the area. I'm not sure about the play design on that one. That's one that Stafford will look at on the sidelines.
1st and 10, and oh, wow, Prather gets absolutely obliterated in the backfield. Hit, and he goes down. Ball comes out. They're going to say it's an incomplete pass. Going to bring up a 2nd and 10. Let's go back to that interception. An early pick by Matt Stafford. He has thrown 11 interceptions, now 12 on the year. Is this a bit of concern if you're a Lions fan?
Well, I'm not concerned. It's just not what you're used to seeing with Matthew Stafford. The touchdown to interception ratio is just a little bit off right now.
2nd and 10. Prather, quick rollout, looking over to the right side. Has a man wide open. Does he have enough for the first? He got absolutely clobbered over there, but he does have enough for the 1st down. Little rollout play, and Sonny, that's a great way to negate the pass rush of the Detroit Lions.
They get the quick hitch throw off there. There's no one out in the flat, and that's a big pickup there.
1st and 10 now for the Chicago Bears. Prather in the shotgun. He'll be dropping back to pass here on 1st down. Looking deep over the middle. Has a man wide open. And a big 1st down to the 40-yard line. And the Chicago Bears playing with a little bit of confidence right now. They have a first down, and they've finally seen the other side of the field. I say finally, we're only a minute and a half into this game, but a big stop by the Bears defense, and the Bears offense now rolling early.
Yeah, and Chicago getting over that first drive jitters. They're looking like a completely different offense here on their second possession.
First and 10, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers from Prather. Blitz coming right up the middle. He has a man open on the left side, and he has a lot of room as he's going to get to the 13-yard line. The Lions came with the aggressive man blitz, and Chicago made him pay. Prather stood in the pocket and delivered a strike as the Bears are now in the red zone.
And you're seeing a really aggressive Lions defense right now. They're sending a lot of 6- and 7-man blitz packages. Chicago's picking it up quickly and getting rid of the ball. Detroit may want to lay back in a little bit of zone coming up.
First and 10, shotgun formation for Prather. He's going to drop back to pass. Again, first and 10. Looks over the middle. It's deflected at the line. Incomplete pass. Sonny, did you see anyone open there? They had 2 sit routes, but they looked relatively well covered.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit of a forced throw there by Prather.
Yeah, that's the throws you can't afford to make by the Chicago Bears if you want to have a chance to beat the Detroit Lions. Hey guys, if you don't have a chance, if you are not following them, head over to our Twitter at @MBL_Bleacher for the NBL Bleacher Report. They do live tweeting during all these games. They have some great quotes on there. We'll be reading those out throughout the game. If you aren't following them, head over to the NBL Bleacher Report. That's NBL_Bleacher on Twitter. Appreciate all the work those guys do. 3rd and 9 now after that 1-yard gain. Now the Chicago Bears looking to cash it into the end zone. But, Sonny, we talk about it all the time. We know that the Bears are going to be looking for 7, but the big important thing here is not turning the ball over with a chance to score.
Got to come away with some points here. The running game's not working. It's an obvious passing down, maybe even a draw or a screen pass here for the Chicago Bears.
3rd and 9, 3 tight ends over to the left side, 1 wide receiver to the right. 3rd and 9. It's a play-action pass. Prather is going to be looking to throw for this one. He has all the time in the world. And he's going to go down for a sack, 10-yard loss on that one. It is a Sonny Weaver splash play, but maybe one the Bears aren't too unhappy with.
That was a coverage sack there. And Prather, what you got to do is you got to understand when there's nothing open and just get rid of the ball. Maybe try to pick up some yardage with your feet, but don't take that sack. Right now it didn't hurt them, but in the future, taking a sack like that could come back to cost them points.
3-0 Bears on top as the Bears are kicking off. And while this kickoff happens, let's send it down to our 3rd man of our crew. That is Z-Star Star. Matt Stafford coming back on the field. What was he like throwing that early interception? And what was he sending to? What message was he sending to his offense?
Matthew Stafford, you know how he is. He's a perfectionist. He's always one of the best quarterbacks in the NBL. So he was really trying to rally the troops on the sideline. So I would expect him to come out hot. Look for DeGuerre to really be the workhorse on this drive.
He loves his one of his number 1 targets, Gilbert DeGuerre. Again, you can say number 1 targets, but with Whistler Ridgeway, with Faison, and with Gilbert DeGuerre, so many weapons on this Detroit Lions offense. But they're in the hole 3-0 early in this game. The Matt Stafford interception turns into 3 points for the Chicago Bears. 1st and 10. Stafford under center, Bubba Dillon in the backfield. On first down, it's going to be a handoff to Bubba Dillon over the right side, and that's well covered by the Bears defense, dropping him for what appears to be about a 1-yard loss. They're going to say he got right back to the line of scrimmage. Going to bring up a 2nd and 10.
And Bubba Dillon struggled a little bit this year. We saw it earlier on NBL Live. Haven't found the running lanes yet. Running into his own guys more than it seems to be running in the correct hole. I'm not sure what's changed there. But Bubba Dillon, not much of a threat outside of the red zone. But when he gets in the red zone, that is the guy to watch down there.
Yeah, our NBL Bleacher Report team over on Twitter at NBL_Bleacher talked with both owners before the game. Bomber, the owner of the Detroit Lions, said, "We know Chicago's a heavy blitzing team, so it's important that Stafford makes quick reads and uses IQ to beat them pre-snap." So far, as that pass underneath to Eric Ebron, only going to get a yard, going to bring up a 3rd and 9. So far, though, the Bears defense has given up some yards, but that interception, Matt Stafford throwing that pick, and really, yes, the Bears get credit for the interception, Sonny, but that one was really all on Matt Stafford.
Yeah, I mean, there were 2 guys there and not enough Detroit Lions around him to make that a smart throw for Matthew Stafford.
And now we get a 3rd and 9. Stafford in the pistol. 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends. Both wide receivers over to the left side. Stafford dropping back to pass here on 3rd and 9. He's going to toss this underneath. Gilbert DeGuerre wide open. He has the first down to the 43-yard line. Sonny, it's 3rd down. You know they're going to be looking for one of their top wide receivers. How do you leave Gilbert DeGuerre so open over the middle of the field?
Well, it comes down to play recognition. These teams have played each other a lot so far in this cycle, and what you have to see is when they're in that single back set with the 2 wide receivers out to the left, that slot underplay is where they go, especially on 3rd and long distances. That tight end takes the guy up the middle of the field, letting DeGuerre come right underneath it. You got to be smarter than that.
1st and 10, Stafford under center. Rush is coming, and down goes Matt Stafford. First sack of the day for the Chicago Bears. Mack able to get in the backfield. It's a 7-yard loss, and Sonny, we're not out of the first quarter. It's our third Sonny Weaver splash play.
And we talked about it coming into the game. If Chicago wants a chance to win this game, they got to get to Matthew Stafford. They got to try to disrupt his timing, move him off his launch point, and that's what they've done so far in this game.
Hey, Sonny, we might have some new viewers here. What is exactly a Sonny Weaver splash play?
Well, a splash play is defined by Sonny Weaver and Sonnylytics is any play from a defensive perspective that basically causes bad things for the offense. So a sack, a fumble, an INT, anything that basically can change the momentum of a game. Flag
on the play. Stafford has a man wide open. It is Faison. He's going to be out of bounds at the first down. Let's see what the flag is, and this one is going to be coming back. It's a hold. Going to drop it back to a 2nd and 27. And boy, if you were looking for a clean first quarter from the Detroit Lions, you're not getting it here right now, Sonny. They are having penalties and turnovers galore.
It's been a bad start for Detroit. Now, one question I have there for the refs is the Chicago safety took out Faison after he went out of bounds. Thought you may see a personal foul there. No flag. Could have put it in a first down. They got lucky with that one.
2nd and 27, shotgun formation. 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side for Matt Stafford. He's got Bubba Dillon in the backfield. 2nd and 27. Stafford dropping back to pass, looks over to the right side. He has Eric Ebron wide open. He's going to get a good chunk of this back, give him 16 yards. Going to cut it to a 3rd and 11 as we hit the second quarter. Sonny, another example, this Bears defense, and a defense that's very good, the number 3 scoring defense in the NBL, the Draco defense, well known around NBL circles. They're leaving a lot of these Detroit wide receivers wide open on these long downs, and it may come back to bite them as they've cut it down to a 3rd and 11.
Cut it down to a 3rd and 11. Now, that's an interesting concept. Most people would consider this a great down and distance here. But against Matthew Stafford, I can understand why that may be a concern for many people.
3rd and 11, 5 wide receivers, 3 over to the right side, 2 over to the left for Matt Stafford. Trying to convert this 3rd and 11. Balls on the 42-yard line as we are in the second quarter. Stafford dropping back to pass. Good blocking, has a man. It's Bubba Dillon right over the middle of the field. He's going to have the first down at the 33-yard line. Matt Stafford does it again. He had time, and he delivered a strike down to the running back, Bubba Dillon.
Bubba Dillon really hasn't been much of a presence so far on the ground, but 2 receptions, 42 yards. He's at least making his presence felt other places here for this offensive attack.
1st and 10 now for the Detroit Lions. Shotgun formation for Matt Stafford. Empty backfield. Faison coming in motion. Looks like they're running a little jet sweep to Faison. He has some room over the right side. Give him about 8 yards on that one. We'll call it a long 7. Going to bring up a 2nd and 3. The Detroit Lions offense, it looked like a penalty, a sack was going to stop this offense on their own side of the field. But when you got Matt Stafford at the helm, it's pretty hard to stop him.
Well, and that's what we talked about, 3rd and 11. For most people, that's a good down distance to get a quarterback into, but not Matthew Stafford in this Lions offense.
2nd and 3. Looks like Bubba Dillon's going to get a carry, and he is going to have the first down up to the 20-yard line. Dillon, not a big part of this offense, Sonny. We know they struggle rushing the ball, only 25th in the NBL in rushing. But a lot of that has to do with Bubba Dillon just doesn't get a whole lot of carries in this offense.
He doesn't get a lot of touches. He gets somewhere around 25-30% of the touches in this offense. But nonetheless, down in the red zone, he does tend to be a factor.
1st and 10, Stafford dropping back to pass. He finds the gear underneath, takes a big hit. But he's going to get down to the 13-yard line, give him 6 yards on that one. Going to bring up 2nd and 4, and we want to remind everyone, head over to our Twitter, @BomberLeague. Give us a follow over there. That's where you can find the game times as they're announced for our NBL Live broadcast. You can also just hit that subscribe button here on the YouTube channel, and you'll be notified every time we go live, whether it's with one of our NBL Live games or any other of our live content, our Commissioner Corners podcast. As we get near it, it's going to be the NBL team selection show as we get near Madden 18. That's not too far away. Chicago calling timeout. These teams know each other well, Sonny, and I think they saw Detroit drawing up one of their favorite plays.
Yeah, Steeler halfback fake pass screen. I'm not sure what the verbiage is on that.
That sounded right.
It was close enough, but we saw it not long ago. We saw it on NBL Live earlier this season against the Vikings, another fellow NFC North team. Bears a little bit smarter in this. They knew they didn't have the personnel out there to match with that, and they stop at one of the Lions' staples in the red zone.
2nd and 4. Shotgun formation for Matt Stafford. 5 wide receivers. Looks like they're setting up a wide receiver screen. It is not open. He throws it to the other side, and that's batted down at the line. Going to bring up a 3rd and 4, and Chicago looking for anything they can to stop this Lions offense, able to foil that screen and bring up a 3rd down opportunity.
And once again, We talk about the Detroit Lions and their ability to score at will. The fact we're 4:40 left here in the first half. Lions haven't put any points on the board. Chicago coming away with 3 here would be a big victory for them.
3rd and 4 now for the Detroit Lions. Bubba Dillon in the backfield. 3 wide receivers, 2 over to the left side, 1 over to the right for Matt Stafford. 3rd down, dropping back to pass, looking over the middle, finds Faison and a big hit, and the ball comes free. It's going to be an incomplete pass, and the Chicago Bears come up with a stop here. How big is that for this Bears team, Sonny?
It's huge, huge.
Hello, Donald. How are you? You're doing
right.
You're doing a job. Why are you here? This explains so much. It's on NBL live broadcast. A big play there as Detroit kicks the field goal 3-3. They're going to be kicking it off here to the Chicago Bears. Let's send it down to the 3rd member of our team, Z-Star. Star, what is the mood like on the Chicago Bears sidelines? We've been talking about how that stop might have given them a little bit of confidence. What are the Bears saying on the sidelines?
Well, they know it's nearly impossible to stop this Detroit Lions team from scoring points. So ultimately, they're going to get their yards. They're going to move downfield. What's big, though, as you guys touched on earlier, is being able to stop the Lions from getting 7 and getting 3. So these guys are jacked up, man. They feel like they have the momentum right now. So I would look for them to continue to make a push downfield here and try and take the lead.
3-3 Chicago on top. I formation now for Prather and the Bears offense. Baker at the top of that I. He's been dropping back to pass. Rush is coming. Throws over to the left side. That's jumped by Kirkland. It's intercepted. Nobody's catching him. Touchdown. Detroit Lions. Pick 6 for Kirkland. Sonny, that throw was never there, and it was the easiest Sonny Weaver splash play of Kirkland's career.
Predefined throw there for Prather. He knew he was going there from the start, and guess what? So did Kirkland, and that ends up being a touchdown for the Detroit Lions. And when you're playing the Lions, you're going to give up points on offense, but one thing you can't do is give them up on defense too. And there you go. Detroit goes ahead, scores a touchdown, and now you're fighting both the Detroit Lions defense and offense trying to score points.
The kickoff to the Bears. They're going to try to take this out once again. Hasn't worked well for the Bears so far. Doesn't work from there. They're dropped on the 17-yard line. Sonny, is there a sense right now that the Bears are panicking early in this game? It seems like they're making predetermined reads. They're rushing the ball out of the end zone, and nothing is working right now as they're down 10-3 to the dominant Detroit Lions.
They only have a good drive every other play. They started bad, went good, just threw a pick 6. This should be another good drive.
Prather tossing the slant route underneath, has a man, makes a man miss, and is going to get up to the 36-yard line. 19 on that one, and Prather, well, they're not afraid to keep throwing the ball, Sonny. He may have thrown an interception, but they're going to keep putting the ball in the air.
Tompkins right now, 4 receptions, 78 yards. He's been the offense so far for the Chicago Bears offense, and maybe that's why they threw the predetermined throw to him earlier on.
Prather under center, 1st and 10. Counter play for Baker. Trying to find some room over there. He's going to get a little bit of a seam. Up to the 40-yard line. Give him a long 3 on that one. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 7 for the Chicago Bears, looking to answer the Detroit Lions pick 6 touchdown. As the Bears are going to break the huddle now. Prather coming out. He's got 3 wide receivers, 2 over to the left, 1 over to the right, and Baker in the backfield with him here on 2nd and 7. Prather changing up the play as he surveys the Lions defense. Blitz is coming. Prather goes down. Fumble. It looks like it's recovered by the Bears. A break for Chicago. But that blitz was coming all along, and Prather took all the time in the world and ended up almost forcing a huge turnover. Instead, it's just a Sonny Weaver splash play.
Just another splash play. They had the sit routes on the left and right side of the field. I'm not sure what Prather looking at. Maybe he was looking at that downfield route. It wasn't there. Get rid of the ball quickly. You know pressure's coming.
Now 3rd and long. Prather looking deep over the middle. There are about 3 blue jerseys there, and it is intercepted. Kirkland, his 2nd pick on the day. And we're only in the first half. Sonny, another splash play, and again, another one. That was just a throw that didn't need to be made.
Well, you know, sometimes these Detroit Lions fool you. They make you think these games are going to be close, and then all of a sudden you look up and the momentum has shifted, and here comes Detroit. Watch for this drive. Matthew Stafford to score quick and fast here for the Lions.
Yeah, this game could already be out of reach. The Detroit Lions offense so good, getting points from their defense, and now looking to put more points on the board. 3 wide receivers, 2 over to the left, 1 over to the right for Matt Stafford. Play action pass. He's going to toss this out to Eric Ebron, sitting alone on the right side. He's going to get, looks like, near the 1st down marker at the 48-yard line. They're going to call him just short. It's going to bring up a 2nd and inches for the Detroit Lions.
Eric Ebron run after the catch. I say it every week. That's what this guy's built to do.
10-3 Detroit on top. 2:56 to go, folks. And while we have a minute, if you haven't done it yet, head over to our website, 365.maddenbomberleague.com. Under the Join tab, apply for our Madden 18 EA Access Tournament. We'll be giving away first prize is an Antonio Brown signed jersey and a copy of Madden 18. It's free to enter. Go over to 365.maddenbomberleague.com. Hand off to Bubba Dillon over the left side. He's got some room. Nice shoestring tackle there, bringing down Dillon for only a 5-yard gain. But he has yet another first down in the Detroit Lions offense. Sonny, it's rolling.
You know, I would say it's moving. I'm not sure it's rolling just yet. I haven't seen the classic Matthew Stafford. I've seen glimpses of it. I'm not sure I've seen that, you know, paramount throw that you can only look to and say, yep, that's Matthew Stafford.
First and 10, Matt Stafford, 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, dropping back to pass here on first down. Looks over to the left side. And, Sonny, was that what you were looking for? Was that it?
No, but
okay,
I would say
just checking.
that right there is exactly what I've been seeing a lot of so far this game. You're seeing those throws that they're good enough to work, but they're not the MVP caliber throws we're expected to see from Matthew Stafford.
Second and 10 now for the Detroit Lions. Had a man on man coverage. Ran a little post route on the left side and had an opportunity, but Matt Stafford a little too much mustard on that one as he's going to come out breaking the huddle. He's got 2 wide receivers, 1 to each side, and he's got 2 tight ends on the right side of that formation. Bubba Dillon in the backfield. 2:18 to go here in the first half. Amaro coming in motion, second and 10. Play action pass for Stafford. He's going to toss this over the middle to Ridgeway, and Ridgeway gets speared, and it's an incomplete pass. And Whistler Ridgeway's looking back at his quarterback and going, hey, man, what did I ever do to you?
You know, right now, if I'm Whistler Ridgeway, I'm just happy I'm not walking out of here with a concussion. He got laid out there, and that's one that they should probably check out on the sideline.
Ball on the 43-yard line for the Detroit Lions. 3rd and 10. Stafford coming out under center. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 over to the left. That is Whistler Ridgeway all alone. 3rd and 10. Rush is coming. He's going to toss this underneath the Faison. And the Bears have this one stopped at the 36-yard line. The Detroit Lions will be forced to kick a long field goal on 4th and 3 from the 36-yard line. It is a 53-yarder. We'll see if they have the leg here at home. And the 2-minute warning hits. It's an inadvertent icing the kicker, but 10-3 your score. Another play there, Sonny, where they tried to hit Faison underneath, and the Chicago Bears were up to task.
Faison's been the go-to on 3rd down. A little surprising.
The kick is up, and it has enough leg. It is good. And Detroit 13-3 your score right now. But, Sonny, if you're the Bears, you got to feel at least a little good. You've had some success stopping the Detroit Lions. You're only down 10 with your quarterback having thrown 2 interceptions. You got to be feeling a little good right now.
Well, I'd feel a whole lot better if I had a competent offense, but right now that's not what you're getting here from this Bears team.
That's the Sonny Weaver harsh take here on NBL Live. Let's send it down to our 3rd member of our team, Z-Star. Prather's thrown 2 picks. What's his mood on the sidelines? Young quarterback, is he rattled at all?
You know, to me, he seems a bit rattled. He came in really excited to try and dethrone, well, not dethrone, but get a win over these Detroit Lions at home.
It's dethrone.
I guess you could say dethroned, but he was real excited, and now, you know, after back-to-back bad possessions, he seems a little bit quiet on the sideline, so let's see if he can rebound.
Yeah, 1st and 10, tries to find his tight end, running a little crossing route, cannot hold on to that one. Great, nice tight coverage by the Detroit Lions. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10, 13-3 your score. Sunny Chicago, 2 timeouts, but Detroit has all 3. Are you trying to push this ball downfield, or are you worried at all about giving the ball back to Detroit at the end of the half?
Well, I think at this point, even with 3 timeouts, if they even get a semi-decent drive, Detroit's got time. So right now I'm just trying to score.
2nd and 10, throws it out to the flat, and, well, that's not quite what you're looking for, Sonny. The wide receivers letting down their young cornerback. He was wide open and looked like he was bracing for the hit before he started running with the ball. It's going to be incomplete, bring up a 3rd and 10.
Your quarterback is struggling. We've seen 2 drop balls here so far in this possession. Not a good way to try to instill some confidence in a young quarterback.
3rd and 10 now for the Chicago Bears. Shotgun formation for Prather. 3 wide receivers, 2 over to the left, 1 over to the right. Lions showing blitz on the right side of that formation. Baker in the backfield with Prather as he switches up the play. 3rd and 10 for the Bears. You can take the snap, and he is looking. 3-man rush for the Lions. Looking. He's got all the time in the world. He's taking a deep shot. Looks like he had a man for a second, but a nice closeout by the Lions. And it's going to be an incomplete pass. And, Sonny, if you want to talk about what they didn't want to do, they only used about 15 seconds of that clock, and they're going to give the ball back to Matt Stafford with 3 timeouts.
Yep, here comes Matthew Stafford with a lot of time on the clock and a full complement of timeouts. But so far, one thing we've noticed is they've not been able to punch it in. So while the Lions have moved the ball, they haven't been able to score those touchdowns on offense.
Yeah, this return's going to go up just past the 40-yard line to the 41, and now Matt Stafford, 3 timeouts, minute 26 to go in the half, an opportunity to put his team up even more. 13-3 your score right now, folks. Thanks for hanging out with us. I'm Oshu. I'm hanging out with my man, Sonny Weaver, and, of course, the third member of our team, Z-Star, on the sidelines, giving us all the news from down there. And it's going to be Matt Stafford coming out in the shotgun with 2 men in the backfield, 3 wide receivers. It's going to be a handoff to Bubba Dillon over the right side, and that one is bottled up by the Chicago Bears. He's only going to get a yard out of that one. Going to bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, Bubba Dillon not doing a whole lot. Not sure what's going on with the running game in Detroit. It used to be serviceable, but anymore it just seems like an afterthought.
Yeah, it almost seems like they're just completely content with letting Matt Stafford be the engine and not even think about running the ball. Play action pass, 2nd and 9. Stafford rolling out to the left. He has a man over there into coverage, though. Lucky that one wasn't intercepted. The open receiver, that got closed out quickly, Sonny, and he's probably a little lucky that that one didn't turn into a turnover.
And really what you need right now if you're Chicago is some sort of turnover, something to help you get back up and running. I believe the Bears started with the ball, which means Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions offense are going to get the ball back coming out of half, which if you're Chicago, you can't allow points now because that would just make this an insurmountable lead.
Now it's a 3rd and 9. Stafford in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers, 2 over to the right, 1 over to the left. That's Whistler Ridgeway alone on the left side of that formation. Stafford dropping back to pass, looking deep down the field. He has a man one-on-one coverage, and it is an incomplete pass. Nice defensive play there by the Chicago Bears. And now the Bears are going to get the ball back. 55 seconds to go. Sonny, you're down 10, but your defense is playing strong. You take a chance here and maybe try to drive it down the field?
I think what I do is, depending on the return here, I take 1 play action shot downfield, see if I can't get some big chunk play, and if not, then I just try to run the ball out, knowing that I'm going to go into half only down by 10.
And take this ball inside the 5-yard line, cuts it over to the left. He's past the 20. He's going to get up to about the 21-yard line. Give him the 22, and that's where this Bears offense tries to come out and get something going. They have not had any success in this game yet, folks. It has been a struggle. Prather has thrown 2 interceptions at the helm for the Chicago Bears. One of them a pick 6. That's the only touchdown that's been in this game. A pick 6 for the Detroit Lions. And if there's one thing that's keeping the Bears in this game, it's their defense is playing really well against a very potent Detroit Lions offense. Shotgun formation for Prather. He's going to be dropping back to pass here on 1st and 10. The rush gets there. Ball comes out. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by one of the linemen at the 11-yard line. It's an 11-yard loss. It's another splash play. And Sonny, if this is how the rest of the game is going to go, Chicago has absolutely no chance against the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, see, right now I'd run the clock out. I wouldn't even go up to the line at this point. There's enough time left on the play clock. You don't even have to snap the ball. Don't go to the line. Let the play clock run out, and don't cause any sort of splash play here.
Yeah, the Detroit Lions just completely backing up. 2nd and 21. They're going to be trying to set up a screen, and boy, lucky he didn't get a safety there. What is happening now? The Lions with a 3-man rush, able to get to Prather, and Prather seemed completely content to stare into the eyes of the rush and take the hit.
And I just got done finishing saying, do not run a play. They ran the play, almost give up the safety. They just need to get into halftime right now, protect this deficit.
Yeah, bold move, Cotton, faking out the try. I don't know if he thought if I just stare at them, maybe they won't hit me, but he almost took a safety there. As that's going to take us to halftime. Your score at the half, 13-3, Detroit on top. And as we go to the second half, let's send it down to the 3rd member of our team, Z-Star. The Bears are down 13-3. Their offense has been, frankly, abysmal. Their defense has played well. What did you hear from the coaches and also the coaches on the other side about their second half adjustments?
I'm hearing that they're going to really try and commit to the run. They're only down 10 points. They haven't given up a touchdown to this potent offensive unit yet. And they're playing that bend, don't break kind of offense, that defense, excuse me. So when the Detroit Lions move downfield, they're only giving up 3. So I look for them to run the ball, control the clock, try and get on the board and cut this lead down. There's still a whole half of football to go.
Yeah, and how about the Detroit Lions? They have not really gotten in the end zone yet on the offensive side of the ball. They have a couple of field goals. How are they feeling coming out of halftime?
They're disappointed. You know, they're used to being able to move downfield relatively easy. Matthew Stafford has been under some duress early, so I would look for them to maybe keep a running back in or a tight end on a block and give him the time to survey the field and try and move this ball downfield through the air.
Yeah, on 1st down, a big throw there for Matthew Stafford. Gets the 1st down around the 46-yard line. Only the first catch for Whistler Ridgeway. But it's a big one as he gets 26 yards and it's going to be a 1st down on the 46-yard line. Matt Stafford under center. He's got Bubba Dillon in the backfield. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. 1st and 10. It's a handoff to Dillon. Dillon is taken down in the backfield on the 45-yard line. A loss of 1 on that play. The Chicago Bears have done a nice job of containing Bubba Dillon. Sonny, he hasn't had a ton of touches, but when he has, the Bears have been up to task.
You know, Bubba Dillon seems to be about an offense stopper right now. Matthew Stafford not having the greatest game so far of his career, but Bubba Dillon not helping out, averaging less than 3 yards a carry.
2nd and 11, Stafford under center. He's got 3 wide receivers out there, dropping back to pass again on 2nd and 11. And he's going to try to take a deep shot to Gilbert DeGear. It's intercepted and popped out of his hands and was picked off by the Chicago Bears. Returned to the 43-yard line. Bryce with a heads-up play, taking that ball away. A big Sonny Weaver splash play and maybe just the shot in the arm the Chicago Bears needed.
And really not a well-advised throw by Matthew Stafford. It did hit his receivers in the hands, but he was trying to thread a really tight window there. I thought the cornerback could have made up and snagged that ball, but it was, in fact, the breakup and then the safety coming up to pick that up. But once again, not a great throw by Matthew Stafford.
1st and 10 now for the Chicago Bears. Looking to get something going offensively. Prather in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers, 2 over to the left, 1 over to the right. Got Baker in the backfield, man coming in motion over from the left. Looks like they're setting up a little swing pass over there. A weird catch there. He almost stopped completely. If he had kept running, I think he had a lot of room. The blocking was set up, but I don't know if that was on the throw, Sonny. What did you see on that one?
That looked like the wide receiver thought he was going to make a move, maybe try to make someone miss that wasn't there. He had blockers downfield, plenty of space to run. That one's going to go on the wide receiver.
Yeah, 2nd and 10 now, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers for Prather. Baker in the backfield, 2nd and 10 on the 42-yard line. Play action pass for Prather as he rolls out to the right. Rush gets there, and down goes Prather again. He took too much time in the pocket. Callaway's 3rd sack on the day for the Detroit Lions. 4th one for the defense, and another Sonny Weaver splash play. The Chicago Bears offense, Sonny, looks completely out of sync.
The one drive the Bears offense has looked good all day really was built around shorter passing attack. They don't have the time in the pocket. Callaway is just completely manhandling their offensive line right now. They need to get those shorter underneath routes going. Obviously, here on 3rd and 22, not a whole lot of plays in the playbook for that one. Look for possibly a splash play here.
And they're just going to hand this off to Baker. He gets hit in the backfield hard, and he goes down. No gain on that one. Going to be about 4th and 23. And they're going to have to punt this ball away. Sonny, we thought it might be a shot in the arm the Bears offense needed. Their defense comes up big once again. But once again, the Chicago offense lets down the defense and goes 3 and out.
At this point, I'm thinking it's going to take some sort of pick six or sack fumble for the Bears to have a chance in this game. The offense has not shown the ability really at all to do much against this Detroit Lions defense.
Now Matt Stafford coming back out on the field. Sonny, let's take a trip back to that last interception. Stafford forcing that one downfield. In that case, is that Matt Stafford maybe being a little overconfident in either his wide receivers or his ability? Because that one we could all see from the beginning had no chance of being completed.
Yeah, so much so they bring Bubba Dillon in to play the Wildcat quarterback.
He did not throw it. He did not throw that one. He just ran it.
No, but really Matthew Stafford, when it comes down to questioning his throwing ability, the last year or so there's been a lot of rumblings in Detroit about whether or not his career is coming to a close. As illustrious as it has been, everybody's career does come to an end at some time. The only undefeated person in the world is Father Time.
What team does he play for?
I believe he plays for the Green Bay Packers.
No kidding, huh? Pass to Eric Ebron. Ebron catches it, makes the man miss, and then just gets tackled by the same guy. But he has a first down at the 44-yard line. Sonny, I hear Father Time, he is a pretty good tight end. He likes to be both a blocker, and he's got soft hands.
Actually, his real name most people know him by is Brett Favre. He plays quarterback.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes.
Huh. Well, you never know. His career might not be at an end. We've seen him unretire before. You never know if we'll see him on the field once again. 1st and 10. It's going to be Matt Stafford in the pistol, driving back to pass. Hits Faison in the flat. Faison fumbles the ball, and it's picked up by the Chicago Bears. Fuller, his fumble recovery there. We talked about him in the pregame. It's another turnover for the Detroit Lions. Will the Chicago Bears offense finally cash in on one of these big plays?
Well, I would have liked to have seen them run that back for a touchdown, but at this point I think they'll take anything they can get.
Prather under center, 1st and 10. Baker in the backfield. 3:09 to go here in the third quarter. It's going to be handoff to Baker, and Baker trying to fight through that tackle, but he's going to get only a yard on that one. He's going to bring up a 2nd and 8. Sonny, the Chicago Bears passing attack has been bad, and it doesn't help that they have been unable to get anything going on the ground.
Well, and really they need to turn that short passing attack into their running game. Work the underneath routes, try to find something, because right now those deep shots are not working out.
I formation now for Prather. Baker at the top of that I, 2 wide receivers. 2nd and 8. It's going to be handoff to Baker again, trying to get something going on the right side. Darius Slay comes up, makes the tackle. Wow. No gain again. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 9.
Darius Slay just smacked Baker there, and I'm sure he's seeing stars.
And now it's another 3rd and long for the Chicago Bears offense. 3rd and 9. They've really just not been able to get into those 3rd and manageables, and they're going to have to convert one here. They're going to have to convert one at some point if they want to have any chance in this game. Pray they're dropping back to pass. 4-man rush for the Lions. He's looking deep down the right side, and it's an incomplete pass. He tried to force that one down the right side, had one-on-one coverage, but Darius Slay, he was up to the task, and another 3 and out for the Chicago Bears offense.
You know, and at this point, why not? Nothing else on the offense is working. Throw up a Hail Mary here or there, see if you can get something, because at this point, this offense is so stagnant. I'm not sure how they're going to try to score points.
And the Detroit Lions bailed out once again, their 3rd turnover. They've turned the ball over 3 times in this game. It's turned into 3 points. The flag's on the play. This is going to be a face mask for sure. It is. And they're going to give the Lions a free 15 yards up to the 33-yard line. Matt Stafford, he's probably a little irked right now, seeing his offense turn it over 3 times, 2 interceptions by him and a fumble. But now the Detroit Lions come out, still up 10. They haven't really given up anything. The defense has played well enough. It's unclear, though, whether this is a strong Detroit Lions defense or just an inept Chicago Bears offense. 1st and 10, Stafford dropping back to pass. The man blitz, and DeGear's wide open on the right side. He has the 1st down and more up to the 45-yard line. Give him 22 on that play. Another 1st down for the Lions.
You know who I'd like to see play these Lions? The LA Rams. I feel like the LA Rams have a very similar defense to Chicago, a little better offense. I think they could expose Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, definitely a possibility. We'll see if they end up meeting in the playoffs, or I haven't looked at their schedule. They may play later in the year. 1st and 10, Stafford dropping back to pass. He has Rister Ridgeway wide open over the middle of the field. He's up to the 25-yard line. 2 plays. They've already moved 42 yards down the field. They're on the 25, and another 1st down for the Bears, or excuse me, for the Lions. Bears haven't gotten any 1st downs in this game.
Honestly, I'm not sure they have. Can we get a stat check on that?
I think they've gotten 1. We saw 1 at least.
Yeah, that 2nd drive, I think they may have had a couple.
Yeah, well, and that's been the only drive that had any success. 1st and 10 now for the Detroit Lions. 3 wide receivers, 2 over to the left, 1 over to the right. Bubba Dillon in the backfield. Play action pass for Stafford. He's looking over to the left side, has Whistler Ridgeway wide open. The Bears, Sonny, they're trying to man up on these Detroit Lions wide receivers, and it is just not working out. Another 1st down, and they're now on the 9-yard line.
And so what we finally see is the dam starting to break here. The Chicago defense putting up a valiant fight, but instead we're getting vintage Matthew Stafford. Now we're down here inside the 10. OSU, what do you think we're going to see here?
I'm going to guess Matt Stafford's going to be throwing the ball. They've only run it 7 times on this one. Let's see what they end up doing. 1st and goal, 5 wide receivers. 3 over to the right, 2 over to the left for Matt Stafford and the Lions. Dillon coming in motion. Looks like they're trying to set up that screen pass. Pump fake. He's looking over. He just throws it to Bubba Dillon anyways. Who catches it? He's going to run up to the 8-yard line. They'll give him a yard on that one. Stafford 16 of 24, 215, and 2 interceptions, Sonny. By far one of his worst games he's had on NBL Live. One of his worst games he had in the NBL. And yet the Lions are in complete control in this game.
And so that was well played by Chicago. We talked about earlier. They've seen this formation. They've seen this set. The linebacker doesn't bite down on the screen. He holds contained, and then he drops down on the screen after it's thrown. Chicago playing well. If their defense could get the offense to give them something, they'd be in this game.
Something, anything. They're pleading with their offense to help them out. 2nd and goal now for Matt Stafford and the Detroit Lions. 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, 1 on each side. Bubba Dillon in the backfield. 2nd and goal. Stafford dropping back to pass. He looks into the end zone. It's Whistler Ridgeway. He's wide open. It's a Detroit Lions touchdown as they extend their lead now to 19-3 pending this extra point. That drive was no problem for Stafford and the Lions. He looked especially determined as we await the extra point. Ball is down. Kick is up, and it is good. The Lions extend their lead to 20-3.
And with the way the Chicago Bears offense is played in this game, it's probably a wrap, folks. Somebody turn the lights off if you're the last one out, because I think the fans are going to be packing up and heading back to sweet home Chicago tonight.
All right, Sonny. Well, fun fact, the Lions have already played the Rams. They ended up with a win, 34-24. Let me give you Matt Stafford's stat line. 19-24, 408 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a pick.
I'm going to call that a fluke.
Okay.
We're going to go with a fluke in that one because this Matthew Stafford I've seen tonight looking rather pedestrian.
Well, they've got an interesting schedule coming up after this Bears game. They have a bunch of winnable games, the Giants and the Bills for sure, but then week 13 here on NBL Live, Sonny, It's the Detroit Lions and the Washington Redskins, a rematch of the NFC Championship game.
You know, I like that Redskins game, but don't sleep on the Giants game. I think the Giants having a little bit of a down year this year, but that defense is still pretty formidable when it's playing at its peak.
First and 10, Prather, well, he gets hit again. Ball comes out. It's an incomplete pass. Prather, 6 of 16, 83 yards. Let's set it down to the third member of our crew, Z-Star. Star, any word on the sidelines of, was there any thought of benching Prather as he's had such a bad game?
OSU, I think I'm hearing chants for Max Bragg all the way from Chicago. I mean...
Oh, interesting. You have some great ears.
I mean, simply this rookie has not cut it, man. And it's frustrating. There's an extra level of frustration amongst this team because, I don't know about you guys, I can't remember a defensive unit playing so well against this Detroit Lions offense, even though they just gave up a touchdown.
No, I mean,
overall, they've played excellent this game.
Yeah, at some point, the defense has been on the field so much, they were bound to give up something, but they have played phenomenally. The Bears got a first down, Sonny, right there. It just happened.
Hey, Z-Star, quick question. Sonny Weaver here. Has there been any confirmations? I've heard some rumors that they're not going to let the offensive coordinator back on the bus if they don't score a touchdown. Can you confirm if that's true or not?
I can't confirm anything, but I'll tell you what. If he does get the boot, the offensive coordinator, I don't think anybody in Chicago is going to blink because this has just been absolutely pathetic.
Well, I would like to point out I live in Detroit. It is a long walk to Chicago. It may look close on a map, but that is a long walk back. It's not an Uber fare you want to pay. I think the offensive coordinator is hoping they get something going. As Prather's going to toss this out on a little swing pass to the tight end. He's going to get 3 yards. They're on the 40-yard line. Sonny, I'm sorry, we were talking to Star and getting all this information, and I just noticed the Chicago Bears, they're on the opposite side of the field.
Well, right now, I think that offensive coordinator is playing for his job and possibly his ride back to Chicago.
I don't know which one he cares about more. 2nd and 7. Prather dropping back to pass. Throws over the middle. Has a man open. It's complete. He takes a big hit at the 27-yard line. Dare I say the Chicago Bears offense a little bit of momentum crawling downfield. They're on the 27-yard line. They got another first down.
And right now, Prather getting a rhythm. We saw this earlier in the game. Can they score a touchdown? There's a lot of time left. That's the way the defense has been playing, but they got to score a touchdown right here.
Prather dropping back to pass again. 1st and 10. Rush is coming. He gets this one off, completes it to the 23-yard line. Sonny, maybe right there, Prather realized that, hey, if I don't get sacked and I get the ball off a little earlier, it's not as bad for my team because he actually got that one off on time.
Well, I think it's possible the offense coordinator is listening to our broadcast. As I explained to him earlier, he's got to throw the underneath routes to move the ball.
2nd and 6, Prather dropping back to pass. Looking, throws over to the left side, and that's an incomplete pass. I don't know if it didn't look like the Lions got a hand on that one. That one looked just like taking his eyes off the ball. It hits him squarely in the helmet. Going to bring up a 3rd and 6.
And here we go, 3rd and 6. Prather can't stand in the pocket. He's got to get rid of this ball quick. I expect pressure here to come from the Lions.
Pressure from the Lions has been a problem for the Chicago Bears. Callaway already has 3 sacks on the day. What a day he has had. He is definitely in the running for the NBL Live Player of the Game. As it's going to be Prather coming out under center, 3 wide receivers, 2 over to the left, 1 over to the right, 1 tight end. 3rd and 6, play action pass for Prather. And he has a man open just past the first down marker. It's a first down as they're down to the 12-yard line. And while we have a moment, folks, we want to give a big shout out to our graphics and pregame sponsor, web3ks.com. They do that overlay you see here on NBL Live and a ton of other graphics for us. Follow them on Twitter @allbusiness. We appreciate all the works that web3ks.com does. If you need graphics done for an affordable price, head over to web3ks.com, the leaders in affordable graphic design. Handoff to Baker over the right side. Trips over, it looks like his own man on the ground, but is able to get 4 yards. Going to bring up a 2nd and 6 from the 8-yard line.
Well, and what's interesting there was only one pile of bodies on the floor there, and Baker decides to try to run over that pile instead of around it. Not sure about that theory on running the football.
Prather dropping back to pass here on 2nd and 6. He tosses it to the end zone. It's incomplete. Sonny, it looked like they had an opportunity, and another drop for the Chicago Bears wide receiver unit.
And that was a flat drop. Great throw by Prather. Threads the needle in through a tight window, and instead of getting a touchdown, they get an incompletion.
Wow, words we haven't said a whole lot today. Great throw by Prather. He put it right on the money. And we've seen it a lot today. It's not been all on Prather. His wide receiver core has let him down a lot today. Now 3rd and 6 from the 8-yard line. Prather dropping back to pass. He's looking. He throws it over the middle. Has a man. Did this one catch? It is! It's a Chicago Bears touchdown. They finally find the end zone. and cut it to a 20-9 game as we await this extra point with 4:09 to go here in the fourth quarter. Lining up the kick, thinking about it a lot. Haven't done this a whole lot. We'll see if he's mentally prepared for this extra point. I don't know what's happening. Oh, he got it. All right. Kick is down, and he missed it. Okay, sure. I mean, why not? I mean, after all that, why not shank the kick? So, Sonny, your expert commentary on that particular moment?
I think he just iced himself. I'm not sure what they were waiting for out there. You know, a kicker's rhythm is a big deal, and I think at that point the kicker got out of sync, and you missed the extra point. And so I feel like this game's going to come back. He's going to kick a field goal and be in a position to win this game, but that extra point may come back to get him.
I have never seen a self-icing like that. I've seen like self-icing from coaches calling timeouts to make sure their kickers are ready. I don't think I've ever seen a self-icing from a kicker.
I think we just saw one.
I mean, let's set it down to Star. Any word on what was going on there? Why did they take so long to kick that, and how did they miss it?
I'm not sure. The kicker's walking back to the sideline shaking his head, but honestly, that right there pretty much sums up the entire day for the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, no kidding. 20-9. Detroit still on top. 4:09 to go, folks. Still plenty of time left in this game for the Bears to get back into it. Although not if that kicking goes like that. Set up a little screen to Eric Ebron, bouncing off tacklers, trying to hurdle. He did not clear that, Sonny. He didn't clear that. It wasn't even close. He got a whole lot of helmet right in the midsection. 5 yards, bring up a 2nd and 5.
Yeah, he got hit right in the ding-ding. Eric Ebron trying to run after.
That's the technical term, I'm fairly sure.
I believe it's in medical journals and all that stuff. But
sure.
yeah, Eric Ebron trying to put the moves on after the run, which is what he does really well. But I'm not sure about the hurdling at this point. You're in a game you've controlled. You have very little to gain there, and you could possibly turn the ball over. Not a smart play there by Eric Ebron.
2nd and 5. Watch out for Eric Ebron on the right side of that formation. Split out alone. 3 wide receivers over the left side. 2nd down. Play action pass for Matt Stafford. The rush gets there. Stafford gets hit. Ball comes out. And they're going to say it's an incomplete pass. Lucky that wasn't called a fumble. Going to bring up a 3rd and 5.
Yeah, and Matthew Stafford there barely gets that one off. I think I would have rather them held on to it. Possible sack, fumble coming there. Chicago's got to get off the field here. If they want a chance to win this game, they need to just get a stop right here.
3rd and 5, 3:31 to go. Matt Stafford in the shotgun, 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side. Bubba Dillon in the backfield. DeGear coming in motion over from the right side. Stafford on back corner, blitz coming. What a deflection! Wow, he skied for that one. Made sure that wasn't completed. And the Detroit Lions go 3 and out. And Chicago somehow has a little bit of life in this game. 3:28 to go.
What a sellout and what a hop there. The vertical on that guy. Somebody needs to test him for some steroids because he gets up. He's coming on an all-out blitz. Realizes that it's a throw, gets his fingertips up there, knocks that down. And right now, Chicago's got just a little bit of light left hope in this. Wow, I'm not sure
what are you doing. Are you okay? Do we need to call a doctor? I think he had a little bit of a stroke.
I think I'm going to need a doctor. I may have just had a stroke. But really, they've got a little bit of hope left.
I don't know if you guys could hear it. If you listen very carefully, because there's a lot of crowd noise here in Detroit. But if you listen carefully, you heard him yell, "Go, go, Gadget Springs." And he just went right up, made the deflection. And now the Chicago Bears offense gets to come out and try to replicate their last drive. They had a nice drive, able to get a touchdown out of it. Prather's going to come out in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers, 2 over to the right, 1 over to the left. Baker in the backfield, 1st and 10. It's going to be a handoff to Baker over the left side. Tries to cut it up the middle. Not a whole lot there. He's only going to get 3 yards, cutting this to a 2nd and 7. And once again, folks, we want to remind you, hang out till the end of the game. That's where we'll have our selection for our NBL Live Player of the Game. We'll also post that NBL Live schedule so you can see when our next NBL Live broadcast will be. And as always, if you want to be notified whenever we're live, hit that subscribe button, and you'll be notified every time one of our live programs is on. Looks like they're set up a little screen. They've got Baker. The blocking is there, and Baker runs out of bounds. Sonny, I'm continually baffled. There's been a lot of confusing plays in this one. It looked like he had the blocking set up, and he just straight up ran out of real estate.
Well, maybe he didn't want the clock to keep running.
Do you believe that?
That's all I got.
Okay, that's fair. 3rd and 4 now for the Chicago Bears. Shotgun formation for Prather. 3 wide receivers over to the right. 1 tight end on the left side of that formation. Prather dropping back to pass here on 3rd down. He's looking over the middle. There are about 4 blue jerseys there. That one's deflected. It's an incomplete pass. Sonny, I would assume 2:51 to go. This is 4 down territory.
It's 4-down territory. I'm a little concerned with the reads here. They were doing really well with going underneath, and here we are.
Had a man underneath.
Yeah, we're pushing 15, 20 yards downfield, and that's just not what this team was built to do. You got plenty of time here still to score and kick an extra point, and I'm guessing this is a fake.
Yeah, I don't really know. Is there a man back for the Detroit Lions?
There's not. If the fake's not on, I'd put it on right now.
Well, they're punting it. It's down inside the 20. It's going to roll right around the 10-yard line. Sonny, thoughts? I have no words. Why punt it there? You're down 11.
I think that would be the equivalent of waving the white flag.
I'm sorry, folks. I'm just sort of baffled as to sort of what's gone on in this game. 1st and 10. We'll get a word from our sideline reporter after this play. His big hit in the middle. Gonna bring him down. Let's send it down to Z-Star. Star, did you hear anything about why they decided to punt this one away? Are they just giving up and giving the win to Detroit?
I'm just as baffled as you guys. Just Sonny said, I would have switched to a fake there, but that's definitely something I'm going to address with head coach Ron Rivera in the postgame.
Now 2nd and 11 for the Detroit Lions. Clock now running under 2:16 to go. He's got 2 wide receivers. DeGear coming in motion. Matt Stafford drops back. Play action pass. On 2nd and 11, he gets hit hard in the backfield. And it's going to bring up a 3rd and 11. Sonny, they tried getting cute, running the PAFK quick inside the goal line. The Chicago Bears defensive line able to get some pressure and put a big hit on Matt Stafford.
Yeah, sack, fumble for touchdowns, about the only thing I think that's going to save him at this point. If I'm Matthew Stafford in these lines, I'm just running the ball, kicking the punt away here and getting out of here with the win.
20-19 Detroit on top. We appreciate everyone tuning in with us tonight. I'm OSU. I'm hanging out with my man Sonny Weaver and the 3rd member of our crew, Z-Star, here in Detroit. 20-9. Detroit on top over Chicago. Detroit looks like they're well on their way to yet another NFC North victory. 3rd and 11. He's taking a deep shot down the left side. And it's caught by Burley right over top. And he is going to walk his way into the end zone. Detroit with the exclamation point on this victory. A huge touchdown pass from Matt Stafford to Burley. And they go up 26-9. Sonny, what a catch!
Yeah, why not? Why not? You know, 3rd and 11 backed up to your own 3 or 4 yard line. Throw it 40 yards downfield.
Why not?
Why not?
Sure. And Burley made the huge catch. That's really one of the first deep shots we've seen in this game from the Detroit Lions as they go up 27-9. Sonny, on that one, is making that deep throw. I mean, are you just thinking, man, if it gets intercepted, it's basically a punt? Or are you really hoping to complete that one and maybe rub it in the face of one of your division rivals?
Yes.
Yes is the answer.
Yes, all of the above.
27-9, Detroit on top after the huge touchdown catch. One of the best catches I've seen. One-on-one coverage. Burley makes the catch. And now this one essentially is over. And we get back to Sonny questioning why the Chicago Bears decided to punt on that 4th down.
Yes.
We've broken him. The stroke is really setting in. The post-game press conference is going to be interesting for Coach Ron Rivera and the Chicago Bears. 27-9. Prather in the shotgun, 1st and 10. He's going to hand off to Baker. He's got a lot of room right up the middle. Nice tackle made there by Chamberlain up to the 45-yard line. But the Bears, no hurry-up offense. They look complete to walk out of Detroit, tail between their legs. And the Chicago Bears, Sonny, you know, we thought they might put up some sort of fight. We've seen the Detroit Lions be so good in the division. But at no point did the Chicago Bears really look in this game. I mean, commend the defense for holding them for so long, but eventually they were just on the field for too long.
Yeah, and I think that's what it comes down to. Is defense finally broke. The offense had at times looked decent, but in the end, it just wasn't enough.
Completion there on 1st down to the 41-yard line. Clock still running. Let's take a look at those NFC North standings. Detroit's going to move to 8-1 after this game. Bears going to fall to 5-4. Firmly in 2nd place, though, as the Packers and the Vikings both only have 3 wins. But at this point, the Chicago Bears pretty much just hoping for a wild card spot. Prather dropping back to pass here on 1st and 10. He's going to go down. It's another sack for the Detroit Lions defense. Casey able to get this one. It's an 8-yard loss. And another Sonny Weaver splash play.
And really, a lot of these sacks have been coverage sacks. good defensive coverage in the backside by the Detroit Lions. I've been really impressed with Callaway this game. I think the front four for the Detroit Lions has been really good, but Callaway is really taking this over.
Did you say they were covering their backside? Is that what you said?
You got to cover the backside, the front side, you know.
All sides,
all
sure.
your sides.
Hey, a first down there. Ball comes out. It's on the ground. No one has it. The Bears pick it up. First down, Bears. And that's sort of a real sum up of this game, Sonny. A lot of weird stuff going on in this game.
I feel like there should be a Ben Hill song playing in the background of that play.
Who doesn't love a little Benny Hill? Come on, let's get that rolling.
You can only play so much of that. That is copyright protected, and we do not have royalty-free music to use that.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure the licensing for that particular song is a lot more than the music that we get.
It's out of our budget.
We don't have nearly. If you guys want to donate so that we can play that one, we're gonna need a lot of donations. 27-9, Detroit on top. Again, we'll have that NBL Live Player of the Game selection after this game. 21 seconds to go. Prather in the shotgun, 2nd and 10. He's stepping up into the pocket, has all the time in the world. Lawton comes up. He just tosses this underneath. First down and more. Up to the 9-yard line. 12 seconds to go, 11 seconds. They're going to run the hurry up. They have 3 timeouts, but I think they're just anxious to maybe see if they can get a score on this play. 5-4. This is going to be the last play of the game. 2-1. Just kidding. Clock's going to run out. Final score, 27-9. That was a weird last sequence, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
This was a weird game. I mean, maybe I'm the only one who feels this way. This was a weird game.
It started out looking like the Bears came to play, but at some point the offense just came off the rails and they never really found it again.
Well, Detroit with a dominant win. They stay undefeated in the NFC North throughout this cycle. They get another win over the Chicago Bears here at home. And now it's time for our NBL Live Player of the Game selection. We select this after each game. If you want to check out the archives of our Player of the Game selections, head over to our website, 365.maddenbomberleague.com. Under the NBL Live tab, you can check it all the way back to broadcast number 1 of NBL Live. Sort of a fun look back through the NBL Live history. Sonny, I think the name that comes to my head as deserving of the NBL Live Player of the Game selection is LaMarcus Callaway. What a game. He had 3 sacks, and he was dominant on the defensive line.
I agree. I think Callaway took over this game early, really took the Bears out of their ability to throw deep, which appeared to be what they were trying to do. He was a disruptor throughout the game and definitely was the player of this game.
LaMarcus Callaway, your Player of the Game selection, 365.maddenbomberleague.com. That's where you can check out the archives, as well as sign up under the Join tab. You can sign up for our Madden 18 EA Access Tournament, August 17th to the 21st. First prize is that Antonio Brown signed jersey and a copy of Madden 18. Second prize is a custom controller, and Madden 18 will be giving away prizes all the way up to 8th place, as well as raffles throughout the tournament. So even if you don't get in the top 8, you have a chance to win prizes such as Madden 18 copies. We'll be giving away custom controllers, NBL swag, Xbox Live gift cards. So sign up. It's free to sign up, 365.maddenbomberleague.com under the Join tab. Before we get out of there, let's throw up that NBL Live schedule. Sonny, the next game... look, this may not look like one of the biggest games in the NBL. It is Week 11, the Denver Broncos and the San Francisco 49ers, but this is historic because these are 2 teams that have frankly been horrible on NBL Live. One of these teams is going to get a win next week.
Well, and I know who it won't be, and that will be the Denver Broncos and owner Porter, who I don't believe has ever won on NBL Live.
He is not. I believe, I could be wrong. I want to say 0-6.
That sounds right.
But the San Francisco 49ers, 1 win on the season. We'll see. One of these is going to cave. The Broncos will get their first win on NBL Live, or the 49ers are going to get to 2 wins. Could be a historic occasion here, Week 11. Again, head over to our Twitter at Bomber League. That's where we will post the game time when it is scheduled, or you can just subscribe here on the YouTube channel, and you will be notified when we go live. That game will be coming up in the next couple of days. But that's going to do it for a weird edition here of NBL Live, folks. This was an odd game, but nonetheless, the Detroit Lions coming out on top. Here at home over the Chicago Bears, they stay undefeated in the cycle. For our sideline reporter Z-Star and my co-host Sonny Weaver, I'm OSU. We'll see you next week. Broncos and 49ers here on NBL Live.